Hey everybody, it's Matt. Welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we're going to be talking about exactly what Shiba Inu has been doing here. I know there's a lot of talk about the most recent crypto crash, and I wanted to get into it all for you guys today. So if you're new, make sure to drop a like, subscribe for more daily SHIB vids, and let's get right into it, folks. So if you guys have not already seen what we've been essentially given here on the day, crypto is not in a particularly great place. Now, when we take a look at some of these prices, you guys can see Bitcoin here slipping below 43,000, which is very scary to say the least, because it feels like almost overnight we went from, a reasonable spot of around 46 all the way down to 42 and change, which gets very scary at a certain point because we were really relying on the 45 line as a area of support. And you guys can see that that 45 line has been revisited time and time again, but we've always bounced off of it. So this has particularly worried me with Bitcoin, and therefore Shiba Inu as a result has not reacted all that well. We are down around 8% with a market cap here of 16 and change, and some volume here over the past 24 hours of $1.6 billion, which is a lot more volume than we've seen in some of the more recent days. You guys can see it's been a while since we've actually seen volume comparable to that. So that's definitely something to be aware of. And of course, in terms of whether or not this is a good time to enter, what I would like to ask you is, when did you originally buy SHIB? Did you buy it at a higher price, lower price? Because to be honest with you, I think if you're in the interest of dollar cost averaging, which is the safest, probably most intelligent way to gradually add to your crypto investments over time, if you're interested in dollar cost averaging, I think right here at 30 is a steal to dollar cost average some SHIB. This is definitely something that I potentially will be picking up here over the next day or so, because I think dollar cost averaging into this at 30 is definitely a good price, considering over the past 3 months, it's been a lot higher than this. And of course, this crash has been largely resulting from the Federal Reserve's statement yesterday hinting at a recession. So that typically leads to crypto and stocks obviously not doing very well. Before we go any further, guys, make sure to check out the Webull guys down below in the description. If you guys would like to get started trading stocks and cryptocurrency, you guys can do all of that with Webull down below. Of course, you can get Shiba Inu as well. So do make sure to check that out with the link down below. And you guys get 2 free stocks for signing up. So make sure to check out my link down below in the description. I always do appreciate it. So when we move into the graph, folks, there is a lot here to talk about. But the first thing that I wanted to cover is essentially what shape we are essentially getting here. Well, to be honest with you, this actually looks like something very familiar. If you guys recall, the average shape that something like this creates is a triple bottom, because we have a sort of W looking thing, and ultimately after hitting the same bottom 3 times, it becomes a point where you may see a bullish run up. So right now we are at about 30-ish, 29, and if you set that as your level of support, which would make a lot of sense, you guys can see that in the past we have hit this spot multiple times. So we hit this spot here on the 4th, we hit this spot on the 20th, and we hit the spot now on January 5th/6th. So this is a date where we are routinely returning to the end of this sort of bull run, where we hit a bottom, then we have, kind of a W kind of formation here, and then another bottom. So something like this is typically, historically, leading to a bullish move up. So that definitely does make me hopeful. Now, the problem with this, when I look at a movement like this, is that, again, we are heavily reliant on what the rest of the crypto market is doing. So, the fact of the matter is the rest of the market isn't doing all that hot right now, and it makes it very tough for us to sort of break out of this. So ideally, in a situation like this, if this happened organically, where SHIB just naturally went down and the rest of the market wasn't a factor, I would say, yeah, this looks like a guaranteed bull run. But unfortunately, we are being dealt some cards that aren't particularly favorable, most notably the fact, again, that we have the whole Bitcoin, Ethereum, sort of movement has been pretty rough. So because of that, Shiba Inu is sort of trapped in a deadlock. So even if there is a good movement, which again, this could normally would be a good movement, unfortunately, we're very limited because of the rest of the market. Now, when we take a look at some indicators, of course, you guys know I love to check the relative strength index. So as you guys can see, it is going to outline the sort of market conditions here for the most recent moves. So again, you guys can see it is considered to be over the past couple of days oversold, and you guys can see that when we look more into the relative strength index. So from the 5th up until now, it looks to be a little bit oversold. But something like this is more valuable during an average market day. So if you're looking to dollar cost average in over a period of, say, 30 days or 15 days, using the relative strength index like this and buying whenever it goes below the 30 line is typically a great idea. The problem is that this is being, in a sense, driven below the 30 line because of the rest of the market. So we're not seeing this organically. This isn't happening naturally. You know, the SHIB movement is just kind of losing steam. That's not what's happening here. We are directly crashing as a result of the market. So the relative strength index isn't quite as helpful as it would be in some other instances. Again, in a normal situation, you know, we could easily see us snap back towards the top because people realized SHIB was on sale. They think there's another bull run coming in. They want to buy it. But again, because of these current market conditions, that's not necessarily going to happen. Now, when we take a look at the MACD, you guys can see the moving average cross divergence here. You guys can see we are being given definitely some sell indicators. It is not particularly in the green yet. And you guys can see that the last time we were in the green was during this like really nice period of consolidation here. And of course, that's kind of what you want to see, where, you know, things are consolidating, you know, for the past like 5 days from the 30th up until the 3rd. So this would have been probably a good time to buy according to the MACD. But right now, again, we're kind of seeing some blood in the market, and that's why we are naturally being given this sort of suspect reading and a very soft kind of sell right now. When we check the Fibonacci retracement, you guys can see it is going to track the top and bottom of the most recent run. So we have the top here, the remnants of what Shiba Inu was doing before the flash crash, which is at around 35, and then the bottom here at around 29. So a little bit of a range here, and you guys can see we are attempting to get past the 23.6% line. So this is what we are attempting to do. The difficult part is that we are not really succeeding at it yet. And again, it wouldn't make a huge difference going from here to here, but what I like is that, again, we cross another sort of integer. We cross into the 30s again. So ideally, if we could at least stay in the 30s and draw a line of support here for the entire graph, to be honest with you, at around 30, and just hope that we could, no matter what, stay above this area of support, that would be great. Considering I think that would keep SHIB from dumping even more. I think that keeps us out of the low 20s scenario, which, goodness, that would be horrible. So we definitely want to stay away from that as best possible and stay into the 30s as best we can. But with that being said, everybody, I hope you guys have enjoyed the video. If you guys did, make sure to drop a like and subscribe for more daily crypto videos come out every single day. Definitely let me know down below in the comments, guys, where you see Shiba Inu coming in the near future. Thank you guys so much as always. My name is Matt. I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.